Hey, one more minute before we begin tonight's AIA Elite Academy Recruitment webinar. Once again, this is Jensen, here together with our keynote speaker, Joshua Luke, and our panelists for this evening, Hanafi and Balkis. They will all be making their appearance very shortly. All right. Give me a raise hands as applause. How about that? Yes. Hi, good evening to all our friends, all our leaders especially, and especially to all our guests this evening. A very good evening and welcome to AIA Elite Academy Career Seminar. My name is Jensen. How are you doing this evening? So now let's kick off tonight with you responding to this very first question. Okay, this very first question. Now, I know we are 15 to 16 days away to the end of the year. This has been an exceptional year, but I want to know, how are you looking forward to next year? Now, tell me how much you want 2021 to be a very positive year by giving me a plus sign. If you want very good things to happen, put 1+. If you want a lot of good things to happen, put 2+. If you want a lot of good things to happen, put 3+. How about that? Come, let me see how many pluses can we get this evening right now. How many pluses? Oh, Dixon, a lot of pluses. Ace, a lot of pluses. Joshua is giving me like multiple pluses, because we want to see how much of good things and expectations and positive outcomes are you expecting and looking forward to in your business, in your career, in your lives in 2021, okay? Now, we want 2021 to be amazingly different, unlike 2020, all right? Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of plus signs going on there. Amazing, great. Okay, good. Now, that's really cool. Okay, now thanks for the response. Now, and so let me share with you, if you've just joined us again, how do you respond to us in this webinar? Okay, how do you respond to us in this webinar? There are three ways. The first way is you can put a message in the chat board. So you can speak to us, tell us how you're feeling, give a encouragement to the speaker and the panelists this evening, put it on the chat board. The other way is you can put a question in the Q&A tab. So go to the Q&A. If you have a question, put it there so that you wouldn't get lost in the thread of comments, okay? And lastly, we like you to raise hands. Raising hands is like giving applause. So one more time for all our panelists and all our speakers this evening. 1, 2, 3, raise your hands. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All the hands going up. All the hands going up. All the hands going up. Okay, all the hands going up. Wow. Okay, that's amazingly different. Now, so we want the energy to keep going because you are here on the 15th of December for one purpose, okay, for one purpose. You know that 2021, you want it to be different. You want a new opportunity in your career. You want career growth. You want progression. You want more freedom. You want more control over your life and your career. And you definitely want a lot more goodness in your life. So tonight, with AIA Elite Academy, we present to you a few speakers who can share with you how to get from where you are now to where you want to be in your career and in your life. So tell you about the program. In a short moment, I will be introducing our keynote speaker for this evening. His name is Joshua. And Joshua is here to share with you over 35 minutes how you can make your life a box office success. Box office success means when people look at your life, you will be the envy. When people look at how you're leading your life, the results you're having, they will see that this is what I want, because we all want our lives to be a box office success. And in a box office success movie, it's our life. We will have our family, our friends, and our community celebrating with us. So how can you make your life, your career, a box office success? Joshua will be sharing with you shortly. Now, right after that, we also have two amazing elites, very outstanding elites. We have Hanafi and we have Balkis. They are here to share with you what they were doing before they joined this career. Actually, they were all from engineering field. What made them want to leave engineering? What made them join a life insurance career at AIA? And then what made them continue to thrive and do well right here? Okay, what made them continue to do well and thrive right here? So, my friends, if you are ready for the program for our speakers to kick off tonight, can you, one more time, give me a raise hands. 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! Yay! Yeah, that was the sound effect that we wanted, the applause. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, now let me introduce our first speaker for this evening. It gives me a lot of good great pleasure, and I'm really happy to introduce my friend here. So his name is Joshua Liu. He's an award-winning entrepreneur and international master trainer. He's known fondly as Coach Liu, so you can call him Coach Liu. He has spoken to tens of thousands of audience in the years that he has been speaking, close to 20 years now. Yes, so I would tell you his age, but he's spoken for over close to 20 years now. In Asia, he's like the go-to guy when you want to look really good in your professional image, personal branding, leadership performance, and development and sales performance. So from winning Mr. Singapore, yes, he was a former Mr. Singapore, to winning international contests, to starting his own business, winning entrepreneurship awards, and winning personal branding awards, he has done it all. And in our line, in the speaking circle, he's often known as the Kingsman, because when you look at him, you know he has the poise, the confidence, and the competencies of a Kingsman. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you our speaker for this evening, our keynote speaker, Coach Joshua Liu. Joshua.
Thank you, Jensen. Thank you so much. Wow, what a powerful Tuesday evening it is. It is just like morning. I think I really love the energy level here. Okay, and right now I'm just going to share with you more about how you can become the star of your life, and actually to make your life a box office success. Yep, yes, what Jensen mentioned earlier. You can call me Coach Luke. And in the industry, I'm a trainer, a speaker, and also a personal branding consultant. So in my 20 years of training, I'm honored to have won a few awards. So whether is it in terms of in US, in terms of overseas or in Singapore, I'm just honored to be able to just be the award recipient for this honor. At the same time, I'm also doing training for a few other things, such as in terms of personal effective skills, other than just personal branding. I'm also a master's MBA graduate. At this moment, I'm completing my doctorate, my PhD. So another 1 year plus to go. And then I will be able to just complete the whole journey. It's a tiring one, but a very fun one. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with you a bit more about myself too. So throughout the years, I was a former Mr. Singapore, and I've been invited on TV, whether is it with Zoe T and Kemen, which is Singapore's top-notch, I'd like to say, celebrities, and sharing with them about how to enhance themselves better to be the stars, celebrities of their lives, and of course, in Singapore. So my job here today is to share with you strategies on how to make your own life a box office success. Okay, so I'm going to make more fun now. I'd like to ask you, I'll put in the chat board, what do you think are some of the Hollywood's most successful box office movies of all times? Okay, I'm going to look at the chat board. Think about it. Okay, think of all the movies that we have watched. Up to now, they did a ranking. Of course, it's a top 10 ranking. But I would like to just show you the top 5 ranking. And okay, we have got, yes, some of them mentioned about this citizen on Avatar. What else could it be? Okay, let me just take a look. Harry Potter, okay. And do we have more coming out? Okay, that is very popular, with this. Okay, we have got the Iron Man. Okay, yes, Avengers. So one thing, don't just put Avengers. Tell me which Avengers episode. So there are, or which Avengers action movie. Okay, is it the last one? Endgame? Oh, Titanic. Wow. Okay, yes. Heng Bing. Yes, very good. Okay, we have got Fast and Furious. Roger, I just know you like fast cars. Okay, any more to come? Yes, we have a few more coming on this part here. And I look at this, Avengers Endgame. Yes, I saw that already. Infinity War. Wow, Sharifah, I think you hit it right on the spot. Now I'm going to share with you the top 5 highest grossing movie of all times. Number 1, at number 5, is actually Avengers Infinity War. Wow, okay, Sharifah, you got it right. At 4th position, I think you have not get it yet, is Star Wars, The Force Awakens. And the 3rd one is, that's right, Titanic. Okay, this has been always the classic movie of all times. Not to forget, ladies and gentlemen, Avatar. Yes, and Avatar used to be number 1. And what happened? Now it's taken over by, you are right, Avengers Endgame. So whatever you're doing right now, people, you can also just come up top, even though you may not be at that time. And of course, my favorite movie, which is Jurassic World, has been pushed to number 6. Okay, I just love dinosaurs. Okay, so no worries. Okay, I will just see how I've got some chat coming in. Let's see what people say on this. Okay, thank you on this part here. And we have got top 5. And of course, people, let's just imagine you're going for a movie audition with a script that's highly similar to your live events. So wherever you are in Malaysia and whatever you're going through, this script, which is about for a movie, is exactly what you are actually having, and you're going for audition. And what happened? Then, if given a choice, what type of role we audition for? Number one, are you going to be the male lead or the female lead, the main lead role? Or you just want to be a supporting cast, not the one that's in front, but the one that's acting a few more roles or a few more script, a few more times of, I would like to say, scenes, but not the main lead. Or you just want to be a calefare. Okay. Some people say, no, I don't want to be a calefare. I just want to be a props. Christmas tree, is it? Is it behind Jensen's the virtual background on this? So whatever you are, which one will you choose? The male lead, supporting cast, or just a calefare? So while you're thinking about this, someone have been coming into the answers already. Main lead, thank you. Yes, we have got Cheng Chin Kim. Well done. But what if I tell you right now, whatever answer you have a director coming in. And he is none other than the renowned producer-director, Steven Spielberg. Or if you're talking about Chinese movie, is Xu Te. And they come in here, and now wow, he's the one that's supposed to do the movie. Okay, how would you react now? He comes in here, he look at you, and he asks you, he will screenshot you. Actually, he actually scrutinize you from top to bottom, bottom to top. And then he say this, what role are you auditioning for? Now, in this case, what will your answer be? Is it the same? Say it, whatever it is, the main lead or supporting cast, or even just a calefare? Since we know that we have got a renowned producer-director to produce results, think about it again. This time around, what will your answer be? So I'm going to share with you 3 strategies to make every life, your own life, a box office success. First of all, number 1, 3 strategies. Number 1, stop supporting. Start staring. Do not just always support people in their life, in their movies, where you can be the star of your show, people. Asking you a question, put it on the chat box for me. 1 to 10, with 10 being the most satisfied or the best, and 1 being the worst or least satisfied. Tell me, how satisfied are you right now with your current life, this very present moment? Okay, so you can put it on the chat box. So some of you may mention, yes, I think I have got a 6. Okay, and we have Sharifa, mentions an 8. Okay, Wan Ping is a 5, which means it's plus minus. And we have got someone mentioned 4. Yes, wow, coming really fast. 5, 5. Okay, so with this, okay, 7. Okay, oh, we have 5 again. So no worries, people. What I'm going to share with you is that, of course, you said a lot of you are choosing between 5 plus minus around the range. Question number 1. My next question is, other than just a life, asking you very pertaining to your work, how satisfied are you with your job and career? Okay, so put it down. Of course, if you can put it down as 10, it'd be great. Or some people say, I know some of us may be facing some situation at work. So let's just be true to ourselves. Put it down, 1 to 10. Okay, we have got 5 again. Oh, 6, 7. We got 4 and 3. Okay, so no worries. Hang on there. Oh, we have Jensen. Okay, I see. Who is giving 10? Jensen. Jensen is enjoying his life, right? Yeah. Okay, and I believe that 2 star speakers today, okay, both are Hanafi and Balkis. I think they'll tell you they're enjoying their life and their work a lot. Okay, later on, coming really soon. So for those people who might have maybe in terms of 5 or below, hang on there. We are here to help together. Together with AIA, we're here to show you. So my next question is, can both score be improved? So the answer is either yes, no, or maybe. You don't have to put it on the chat board. Just ask yourself this question. And if the answers can be, if the answers you mentioned say no or maybe, I'm here to share with you that we're here to help you. We're here to handheld you to go together to improve both your career, your job, and also your life. So the first thing we need to know, now I may not know what is happening in the life right now, but I do know that you can rewrite your script. And that's what I'm talking about, because you have the power to change every aspect of your life, because you own your life. You are the star of your life. Now, I may not know what people want, but I do know what most people, I may not know what you want, but I do know what most people want. It's called TLC, You say, Coach Liu, of course, everybody wants TLC, tender, loving care. No, no, no. I'm talking a bit more in-depth than this. So people, remember that we're sharing with you, every one of us want this thing, or most of us want this thing called TLC. And it goes like this. Number one, T for time. Would you want to have freedom of time? Would you want to know when you need to work, when you don't need to work? Or rather, would you rather want to always be conformed to a time schedule? For example, you need to reach office. Of course, all of us, we're working from home, virtual. Okay, you need to log in onto the screen to have a meeting with a boss to make sure that people know you're working at 9 a.m. You can only lock up the screen at 6 p.m. So do you want this freedom of time that you can control your work hours, schedule your meeting? So this is number one. What most people want, T for time. Number two is your lifestyle, the quality of life that you want. In terms of going to wherever work venue, or is it because your office is located here, you can stay quite far, you still have to travel all the way there? Or do you have a choice of lifestyle? Or dressing wise, okay? You say that I need, my job requires me to wear corporate uniform. So you're always in the uniform, or you need to wear a certain kind of feel, or would you want to have lifestyle, freedom of your own, to choose anything you want to wear that day? Last but not least, of course, freedom of choice for work or responsible for self. You can be such a great performing person, really perform very well, but when it comes to your boss, maybe your boss kind of like other people, or other people find more favor there. Your boss could be a bit biased, even though you're doing such a great job. So you find that, hey, well, the choice itself is actually not up to me. It's up to my boss, or whether my boss likes me or not. So in this case, three things that most people want, including me, which is time, lifestyle, and choice. Well, I'd like to share with you that you can make these great choices for yourself. So be in charge, make the change, rewrite your script to take the lead role now. Stop supporting, start staring. Next, we have here is you have to find the right director for your live movie. Now, directors are really important. You can be such a great actress or actor, but when the whole scene comes along, the director, the producer, somehow did the scene a bit different, it's going to affect you. So finding the right director is important as strategy number 2. Now, if given a choice, I'm going to give you 2 choices, okay? And who will you choose to be the director of the movie? The movie you're going to act in, okay? Number 1 is the Deputy Malaysian Movie Director, Sam Kwa Boon Lip. And what happened is that he did his first movie, and this is actually the movie, okay? Or if I ask you, there's another director, would you want to choose him? He's none other than award-winning international movie director, James Cameron. And which movies has he produced or directed? Well, a lot of great movies that we have watched or are produced or directed by him. For example, The Terminator, wow, Arnold Schwarzenegger, that was years ago. It was a great hit at that time. Even now, it's considered as a classic hit. Next we have is Titanic. Not to mention is Avatar. And they are actually, next year, you'll be showing Avatar 2 after 10 years of producing it, editing it. Wow, I think this movie is going to be a great hit. Even right now, before it's being shown, people are looking forward to it already. So my question is, who will you choose? Now, again, to have the Malaysian director, movie director itself, Sam Kwa, is great. It's just that it is his first time doing the movie. And guess what? He's actually a talent. His first movie has already won awards. But I'm saying about probability, potential. If given a choice, of course, this thing called risk management. Okay? If given a choice, of course, most people will want to choose international winning director, James Cameron. Of course, a few will then support our own local director, right? Okay, so in this case wise, we will go into risk management. A lot of us will choose award-winning international movie director, James Cameron. The right director knows best. How? Number 1, he or she is highly experienced. Okay, he or she knows how to make successful box office movies out of any script. Even the script itself is very boring, but the way he's able to shoot, it becomes exciting. And he or she has got proven track record of making anyone whether lead role or even supporting cast, into stars and celebrities. Okay, in this case, I'd like to say who could be a director. It is your friend, the one who invited you to this seminar. He or she will already know that how is it like to be in this industry, to make a great career, a box office success of this career. So he or she could be your right director, and I need you to do one thing for me. Text them, let them know, and tell them this thing, okay? Will you be my director now and make me successful in life and at work in the AIA? So this is one thing to get the right director. Of course, the last one is get the right movie production company. Now, there are many things I'd like to see. Now, take a look at this and tell me, make a guess. This scene, or let's say this scene or this production scene, tell me which do you think could be the scene setting or the filming scene for the movie. So which movie do you think this is? Okay, put onto the chat board. I'd like to see. Do you think it could be for Spider-Man? Okay, how about the newest coming up really soon, Wonder Woman 1984? Okay, make a guess. And okay, wow. Azri, okay, is it Azri? Yes. You mentioned about this, Guardians of the Galaxy. Whoa, you are good. It's coming out really soon, actually. Yeah, volume 3. So there's 1 and 2, 3. It looks like, hold on for a while. What others would you guess? Could it be, look at it, anything got to do with, what is the show, okay? Jumanji, okay? Tarzan, Dixon. That's a very, very good guess because we saw the gentleman there, right? Okay. Avatar 2, Leaf, you seems to know something. Well, 7 participants or more of them has raised hand. Okay. And of course, many more coming up here. And I'd like to share with you people, the answer could be in terms of, you're right. Okay, it's actually Avatar. Okay, and this scene is not just one scene to shoot everything. They do a lot of editing, which is they use a lot of special effects to produce this show for Avatar 2. And it's not just Avatar 2, Avatar 3 actually are also in production already. So they look far. So guess what, people? The right movie company plans far. They have got extensive infrastructure to support the whole thing. So asking yourself this question, okay, right now, the company you're in, the career you're in, I believe that they could be like multinational company, but do they really do everything to make your life, to make you a lead role in their movie script, to give you the best support in terms of filming scene? Look at this. It's also something a bit more extensive. So the right production company, movie company, will go all out to do a few things. Number one, it's called the hardware. System infrastructure. Here in AIA, what we do is that we have got very, very good system infrastructure set already in place to make sure that when you come in here, you do know whether is it in terms of application-wise or even in terms of a training system that you're going through. Okay, all this will be set in place to give you the skills, or in this case, to give you, the actor or actress, the skills to be the best you can in front of the camera. In your case, is to be the best, to equip you the best for this career, for this life, for your work. At the same time, other than hardware, there's also this thing called the software. Now, what are software? Again, hardware could be expertise, but software could be experience. People who don't just have the experience doing this thing, they know how to do empathy work. Remember, in this career, in this company here, we're doing a people business. So they'll share with you how to empathize with people, how to show empathy, to connect with them. How do I know that? Because I also do training for AIA in Malaysia. So there's many, many, many topics here that will help you to upskill. These people in life, there's 3 things you need to know. It's the mindset, it's the skill set, and the heart set. Mindset, of course, Jensen do a lot of motivation and mind-changing performance breakthrough courses. The skill set is what equip with you, such as networking, such as etiquette. Any of this that will help you to be able to interact with people with the right skill. Then the heart set is where you connect, you engage with your audience, in this case, also with the customer. So here we share with you on in terms of the hardware infrastructure, and also the software, people, and also in terms of experience for mindset, skill set, and the heart set. Not to mention, other than this, we have got the innerwear. So what's that, Coach Liu? It's the branding. AIA has got a huge branding all over the world, not just in Malaysia, not just in Singapore. And this branding, this reputation itself goes far. So when people hear that, oh, are you from this movie production company or are you from this company AIA? It already speaks volume. Okay. Last but not least is this thing called outerwear. So innerwear is a reputation. People look at you, people trust the company that is always produce stars like you. The other one is in terms of the outerwear, which is in terms of the marketing. So in AIA itself, we don't just do in terms of reputation, branding building ourselves. We do a lot of campaigns, marketing to help us to propel ourselves further, to make you or anyone out there into a star immediately. So we have 4 things here to find the right production company. And of course, we have the hardware, the software, innerwear, and the outerwear. By the way, the filmmaker is still waiting for your answer in the audition room. And what is the answer itself? They're asking you this question, okay? Ultimately, will you choose to be the star of your life, shine together with the director in this established company? This company that's established, just like who? Just like, of course, our very own Michelle Yeoh in this case, okay? So I want you all to know that you can be the best you can, knowing that whatever thing you're going through right now, it can be changed. How? By 3 strategies in life. Number 1, you have to stop supporting and make a very conscious change decision to start staring. How? To know how to become the very mere lead of your life. Number 2, you have to actually know how to find the right director. Okay, at this moment, can you take out your phone and remember what did I mention just now? The guest or the friend the host or the leader who invited you, these are your right director. How do I know? Because they know how to uncover carbon or stone to produce the gem in you. They see the diamond in you. So take out your phone, key in, send to them and say this question and saying that, hey, thank you for inviting me. Will you be my director in my life, director for my movie, for my work? Let them ask, let me share with you more on how to groom you further all the way to there. Of course, with them, we have the right movie production company, AIA. And it's not just any company in the world. It's a company that really make everyone, the whole world come and stand still and see the potential in you, in AIA. So with these people, I just want to let you know that you can be the star of your life. Your box office success can be anything, but you will always be able to stand out from there. Just like Michelle Yeoh, she is well known internationally. Okay, take the step, make the choice right now. I want you to know whether is it Oscar, whether is it Golden Globe or Hong Kong TV Awards. Let every one of them see that you are able to make it successful in life already. And fret not at this moment if you think that, Coach Liu, I'm still a far way to go. No, it's not that how far you have to go. It is finding the right director, the right movie production house, or the right company to make you platform up to the next level almost immediately. This is how it should be like for every one of us. And I truly believe that this situation will be really gone fast when we make the right decision, find the right people. So making your life a box office success is something I wish for all of us to have, especially for 2021. My name is Joshua Luke, and I would like to connect with you further on the different social media platform. And just one thing I'd like to share with you. Very soon, I would like to hear more news from you because one of these days, together, we'll be able to hold your award together and tell me, you will look me in the straight in the eyes and say, Coach Liu, I've become the star of my life already. Thank you very much, people. Wish you every success and all the best for 2021, and we will shine together. Thank you.
Yay! Wow, and that was Coach Liu. Coach Liu, like holding an Oscars award. Yeah. So we have a few of you sending messages in the chat box and saying thank you to Mr. Joshua. You can call him Coach Liu. So this is Joshua Liu sharing with you on how you can make your life a box office success. And he mentioned a few important points. That is, you got to decide that you want to be the star, you want to be the lead. And of course, then you need to pick the right movie director. And the right movie director is the person who invited you here because he or she has all the skills and experience to turn you into a star. And lastly is the right movie company. The movie company that is international, the movie company that has all the infrastructure, the system, and the resources to build you into a star. Okay, once again, we say thank you to Coach Liu. We'll see you again at the end of the show very shortly. Thank you. Yes. Now you can still send message to Joshua via the chat board, and we want to bring you to the next level or the next program segment of this tonight's webinar, and that is the panelist chat. So before I bring our two amazing panelists onto the screen, let me share with you who they are. They always say the best way to tell you about the career is to let the people who are already in the career to share with you their life. Now, this guy, his name is called Hanafi. He's an assistant unit manager. So he is a holder of Master of Science Biomaterials from the University of Manchester, UK. You can see his academic accolades there. And he has worked in the medical engineering field for 5 years before he became a life planner with AIA Elite Academy. So why did he make the change? Why did he want to not become an engineer anymore? Later in a short moment, he will tell you. And you can see that his professional achievements within 2 years, he qualified for multiple overseas trips. He qualified for different accolades. And this is a true testimony of his achievements within a short period of time because of the AIA Elite Academy system and infrastructure. Next, we have a lady. So who is this lady? Let's take a look. Her name is Balkis. Balkis graduated with Bachelor of Engineering, Electronics, Computer and Information from the International Islamic University of Malaysia. Previously, she was an electric engineer for 3 years and 8 months. And if you see Balkis in a moment, right, you cannot believe she was an engineer because she's full of energy, full of this youthful energy. It's very difficult to believe that she was an engineer. So her professional achievements include the Northern Region Champion for nationwide and region-wide highest AIA Vitality Attachment. So you want to know what vitality is, later ask your host, okay? And then she was also the Chiang Mai Rising Star qualifier achieved by half the contest period. That means within the period of time, by half time, she already achieved it. Now, let me now bring this lady and gentleman onto the screen. Then let's welcome first Hanafi and next Balkis. Give it a big hand. Yay!
Hi.
Hello.
Yes. Now, so my friends on the show, now you can see, right, what Hanafi and Balkis don't look like engineers. So you cannot believe that they were engineers. Yeah. So both are youthful. They are AIA Elite Academy life planners. They were engineers and in the business for a few years already. So first, we're going to have a chat for close to half an hour to understand more about your career, more about where you came from, more about what you're doing now. And to our friends on the show, you have a question, please put it at the Q&A. Or you can also leave your comments on the chat board. In fact, right now, if you know any of them, Hanafi or Balkis, I'd like you to just put many plus signs as a word of encouragement for them sharing with us their life journey here. Okay, put the plus signs or even raise hand. Just click raise hand. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Raise hands. Yay! Very good. Okay, now let's start with Balkis. Balkis, now I told everyone I cannot believe you're an engineer because you don't look like one. But tell us, now you were an engineer for 3 years, 8 months. What made you leave engineering field? What made you want to leave the engineering field? Balkis.
First of all, thank you, Jensen. A person with energy I always admire. He's more energetic than me. So hi everyone. So why I decided to leave engineering last time, because after roughly 4 years of working, I feel very stagnant. It's like the feeling of stagnant like come again and again. Like you're trying to do like sports or you're trying to give yourself entertainment, but it didn't actually solve the stagnant feeling that you feel. Meaning stagnant from your career development or your career ladder, or even your income. Meaning, the longer you work or the older you get, you're expecting something get better and better, at least within your own control, how you want to see yourself in the next 3 or 5 years. And because I've been feeling that, so I access my own ability, what I want, and I have a clear picture what I want
vision.
to get. Yes, clear vision. So then I decided to resign at that time.
I see. So it became stagnant for a while. You're not getting the progression, nor the remuneration that you want. And we could see some of the friends on the show. We have Che Ting giving you the applause for your sharing. Now, so our case was engineer. She felt stagnant. That means not moving, and definitely not anywhere near her vision of her career and her life. So she decided to leave the engineering field. Let's move on over to Hanafi. Hanafi, so you spent 5 years as an engineer. You were able to tahan more longer than Malkis. So what made you, after 5 years, want to leave engineering?
Okay, first of all, thank you, Jensen, and also AIA Academy for having me here. Just a brief introduction about myself. My name is Anafila, as you know. I'm from KLA's Power Group. So previously, I worked as a biomedical engineer in one of the multinational companies for about 5 years. And then in December 2018, I started to join AIA under Elite Academy. Within a year in this industry, I got promoted to become an assistant unit manager. And if God willing, inshallah, next month I will be promoted to a unit manager position. Inshallah, if God willing. Okay, back to your questions.
Yeah.
What was the turning point? The reason? The first reason is because of, like, I think similar like Balkis, is about the career progressions. As you know, in the corporate world, it's very difficult for us to get into the manager role. So because we need to compete with a lot of people, especially with the seniors. Just imagine that I'm just 29 years old, a young man with a big dream, so that I need to compete with the seniors for at least, they have more experience than me. How I can get into that position to compete with them? So for me, probably if I want to be a manager, it takes me about 5 to 10 years more, then I can be a manager. So for me, that is nonsense. That's why I left the company. So the second reason, because I believe that when we are in the corporate world, the income is stagnant. So compared to when you do your own business, the more you do, the more you get. As you know, according to the job street, right, average the salaries for the engineers in Malaysia from lower to the middle tier is only about 3,700 ringgit. Probably if you have if you are specialist engineer, it can go up to 7 to 11,000 ringgit only. Just if you see the inflation rate, especially in KL and Selangor itself, for about 15%, but the salary increment approximately about 10%. You can see a big gap. From that, it's about minus 5%. How am I going to get a better life, especially in terms of earning and lifestyle? So that's also the reason why I left the engineering job.
Wow, Hanafi, I think you sound a lot also like an accountant or a financial specialist. You give all the figures, and what is very clear is you mentioned something. You are young and lesser experienced than the very senior ones. How are you going to become a manager? I think that speaks the psychology of many young, aspiring, successful professionals like Balkis. You're young and you want to grow faster. You want to accelerate the career ladder. You want to be remunerated or make more money. You want to become a manager. But within the corporate sector, things don't really go your way, or you're not really given the opportunities, right? Yes. So now that both of you, because of remuneration, because of progression, and because of opportunities to be a manager that you wanted, so you decided to leave the engineering field. Let me ask Balkis. Balkis, just now Hanafi gave all the figures. When you think back at your last compensation package as an engineer versus what you're drawing now, how do you feel? This question wasn't in the in prepared, so it just posed to you. Yeah, you don't have to tell us actual figure, but just tell us how you feel now. If you had stayed on as an engineer until now, would there be a great difference in your personal income?
Wow, I'm far more satisfied now.
Far more.
You want to give me rough? Yeah.
Yeah, far more satisfied, definitely, right? If we cannot imagine you being an engineer for the past 2 years, I don't think you can imagine, because the lifestyle of an engineer versus a life planner is very different. But I have a question here, Balkis. So after 3 year 8 months, you wanted to leave engineering. Hanafi, after 8 years, you want to leave engineering. But when you want to leave engineering field and you want to find a new career, there are other opportunities. You can sell cars, sell a house, sell this, sell that. There are many other things that you can do. But why life insurance? Because this is an important question. Some of our attendees here tonight, they also have been given opportunities by other companies or other of their friends. And they are thinking, why life insurance? Maybe you all can give them the answer. Balkis first, why life insurance?
Why life insurance? To answer this question is more about my life journey. When I first working as engineer, when I got my first salary, actually my very first year, in my very first year of working as an engineer, I didn't save at all. I didn't even have saving at all.
Wow.
So the only saving that I can be part of is EPF. EPF is like an automatic saving.
Yes.
And then after like within 1 year, I think what I'm lacking of is like financial management. When you keep like meeting friends and they were talking about, hey, how much you save, or those kind small talk, and then you feel like you've been lacking in this. It's like you were never been told, once you're working, this should be the right picture of what you should be doing with your money. Nobody have ever told you so. And then you were young, you get your own money, excitement is there. So you just want to spend, like get whatever that you ever dream of all this while. So I think starting from that realization, I start to go into classes. In Penang, I was in Penang. I was based in Penang. In Penang, got a lot of free classes, unit trust, ASB, investment.
Okay.
So I just like randomly joined after working hour, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. They just have like 30 minutes or 1 hour, that kind of class. You go like those kind of places. And then eventually you start to learn, you start to bring up your game on your own financial. And then eventually when you learn about financial, then there's this life insurances. You see, the base of financial management is to take care of, to manage the risk of losing it all. And then I came from I'm from Kelantan. So because I live in Penang, because I work in MNC company, engineering company in Penang. So that's how I ended up there. And then the truth is I never heard about Takafu or life insurance. Maybe not even from my family or even the closest family that I have. We never even have that kind of thought that kind of discussion. Nobody even asked me this question. This is like a totally new thing to me. And then most probably because I'm from below average family, meaning earning family.
The background, right?
So family background. So that's even more of the reason. So eventually when I started, I slowly, but then when you reach that point, when I call it, you are feeling stagnant.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I met my manager, my leader right now.
Your director, your film director, your movie director.
Yes, my movie director. And he presented to me what do they have to offer. And then I made the decision and never looked back.
Wow, nice. Yes, I made the decision and never looked back. And like what you said earlier, that insurance is like the foundation of your entire finance portfolio, okay, because you got to protect and the risk, take care of the risk. Okay, so that was your journey into life insurance. Hanafi, what about you? Did you look at all the figures like an accountant, study all the spreadsheets, balance sheet? How did you end up the decision to join AIA Elite Academy?
Okay, if you ask about the passion, I believe that nobody in this world wants to be a life planner. Seriously.
Ambition, If in school, the teacher asks, what you want to be when you grow up? I don't think anyone raised hand and say, I want to be life planner.
We always wanted to become a doctor, engineer, lawyer. You see? So my journey when in 2018, I started to feel unhappy when I was in the corporate. And then from there, actually, I started to do a research on how to start up the business because because that time I was thinking actually how for me to generate more money because I cannot stand, to earn like 5,000, 7,000 in the previous company. So from there, actually, my leader from my agency approached me and started to introduce about AIA Elite Academy. And then from there, I could see the potential where AIA is actually investing about 200 million capital to the potential business partners just to start up the business. for me, this is just like an opportunity for me to explore. So from there, I can see that the career path is very well structured through the comprehensive training. And I believe that from all the system that AIA has provided to us, I can achieve whatever goals I wanted to achieve.
Wow.
So that's why I'm here.
Okay, so Hanafi, you were already looking to start a business, and like many aspiring entrepreneurs, this platform provided by AIA is like something that's too good to be true. Why is it too good to be true? So let me say a few points. One is you don't need to invest any sum of money to be a business partner. Yeah. Secondly, the entire infrastructure, the system, the support, everything is given to you. Thirdly, the website, the branding, the marketing, the products, whatever, it's all done already. All you need is to say, I want to join Elite Academy. Then you tell the manager, you get inside, you do your part in acquiring clients and servicing them, and then the rest takes care by itself. It's like a free franchise, almost a free franchise, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, very low.
Even, for example, if you want to start up a cool block business, for example, you really need a big capital, then only you can start. So in AIA, we only need AI pack to start up a business. So it's a zero capital actually. Yeah,
zero capital business where you have the entire infrastructure system and products. Yeah. So we are speaking with Hanafi and Balkis, and both of them were former engineers, and today they are life planners. They're assistant unit managers with AIA Elite Academy. So they are here to share with you their journey. If you have a question, you can put it on the Q&A chat board. We will attend to them. Or if you have anything that you'd like to say, a comment, you can put it on the chat. Now, I want to see how many of our attendees are actively listening now. Actively listening. So I'm going to ask you a question. Tell me yes or no. Okay, maybe just raise hands. Just raise hands. If so, earlier on you heard Hanafi and Balki share that they want to become a life planner because they wanted more progression and more remuneration. If you think that this is the right answer, click raise hands. More progression, more remuneration. Is that what they were saying? More progression, more remuneration. Yes, we see all the hands going up. All the hands going up. Yes, more progression, more remuneration. And then the movie director of their life found them and presented them with the AIA Elite Academy, the life insurance, the Takafu platform for them to grow. And now the next question is, Hanafi, how's life different from an engineer compared to a life planner? How's life different? Engineer and life planner.
I think the main changes is of course about the flexible working hours, because I don't need to come to the office, start to clock in 8 a.m. and until 5 p.m. because right now I have a very flexible working hours. Whenever I want to meet my clients, my prospects, and then when I do need to do a meeting with my team, let's say, for example, if I want to go to the shopping, I can manage my own time. So I think my life now is very flexible in that sense. Yeah.
Okay, own time, very flexible. You can decide how you want to spend your time, and of course, spend the money you make. Okay, yeah. So very flexible time. Now, Balkis, what about you? Compared to being an engineer, how's life different now? Because many of our friends here this evening, they are still in a job, or they're thinking of switching a career, and they need to know the lifestyle or the life of a financial or life planner. So tell them what's the difference.
The first main difference, I agree with Hanafi, it's very flexible. You can decide you want to work how many days a week. You can decide you want to wake up. Some days like it's totally under your own control. Yeah. I mean, we kind of have like those days, and I think the key is really like manage your schedule, manage your time according to how you like it or how it really suits you. Sometimes what suits you not agreeable to a lot, but as long as you can produce the best output, then that really says something about you.
Yes.
And then the second thing is, last time when you work at, it's like you work at one place, the people that you meet are very limited. Like the same person again and again. So
every day the same colleagues, you see me, I see you. Face.
Yeah. And then when you get angry, then tomorrow you need to see again. If you meet a new client, then they reject you, no problem. Tomorrow I won't see you anymore. I kind of have, sometimes I do that not to take it so harshly on you and things like that. So yeah, so there's a lot more of flexibility in that kind of thing also. And then when we talk about meeting different people, they really give you different life mindset, different life. Like, oh, I never even heard this kind of view of life from this category of people. And eventually, inside of insurance industry, I think I started to meet high income earner people, like those who they call it the tip of iceberg. When this thing happened, yeah, and then they were like, nothing happened. They still pay a lot for food, like they are really not affected at all from this pandemic, for example. And then like everything is different, completely different. How they think, their mindset, and this is very interesting. It's like I can make a very long post. I can even write a book to say this because yeah, I mean this like very little category of people that we hardly meet on our own if you don't do this kind of thing.
So what you're saying is being a life planner helps you access to different categories or different groups of people, and some of them have very different thinking from the general public, and it also helps you to grow yourself, personal development, mental, emotional. So it's good for your progression as well.
Yeah, and then you just realize that was that kind of motivation that you need, but you never actually have the chance to like get that. I mean, meeting them and actually listen to their stories is different thing. Like just meeting them in family gathering, it's not the same. It's not just hi bye.
And you remind me of something. It's just like now today you are a Malaysian superstar, and then you go to Hollywood to star in a movie, and you get to meet all the whole Hollywood stars.
Yeah.
So that's that kind of different environment or the different types of people and mentality that we get to meet. And so what Hanafi and Balkis has just shared with you is, of course, the freedom and control of their time, control of their resources, and the people they get to meet and grow themselves as a person, compared to when you're in a corporate job in the same office and in the same company with the same colleagues. Every day you look at me, I look at you, we talk about the same thing, complain about the bosses, complain the salary, not enough, complain about a lot of things, but life doesn't change. So two of them didn't want this. Now, they didn't want this, and in 2018, December, Hanafi joined, and about the same time, we have Balkis who joined the Elite Academy. So it's been 2 years for them now. In the first year, perhaps everything was beautiful and rosy, and not that rosy, but at least not as challenging as a pandemic. But earlier this year, because pandemic came and COVID-19 came, then you have MCO, then now CMCO, so a lot of things. Now, Hanafi and Balkis, I'd like you to share with us, when the pandemic and COVID-19 came, how did that affect your business? Was there an effect on your business? And how did you and AIA respond to it? Okay, Hanafi, over to you first.
Of course, when the pandemic starts to strike, I think it was in April. Of course, our business is affected, especially my personal sales and also group sales had dropped. I think the reason because of we were not able to meet our clients face to face because we had to go through the MCO. So through the digitalization, what AI has provided to us, I think we could not complete all the sales via online. I think AI is a very helpful in helping the life planner to make sure the business runs as usual. So of course, in terms of training as well, we just need to do virtual meeting because of the platform like AIA has provided us the Microsoft team. Yeah. So we also have a meeting. So I think should be no issue. AIA helped us a lot through from the system that we have. Yeah.
So the company quickly transforms and equips all of you the digital tools to keep your business going. Yeah. So the effect was minimized, and now today you can do all your business online. Balkis, how are you enjoying? Balkis, what about you? How are you enjoying the non-face-to-face meetings and closing sales online?
Oh, I love it so much. Right. Currently, I'm in Kelantan. 100% of my cases are remote sign.
Remote sign, so I don't have to personally. I sign and then I can purchase.
Yeah. To be honest, when the pandemic strikes, it was really bad from someone who are very productive, suddenly I go straight away down to the ground. It's like that month I just closed one case, and that one case is my housemate.
Okay. And not bad, right? 1 month, that month, one case. I know people during the MCO when they first try, the whole month, 0 case. Kosong, okay.
And then, it's like we were enjoying flexibility. Go there, go here, never come back home. Like that kind of life. And then you can just end up anywhere. Can you just find somewhere to stay? And then suddenly you need to be stuck inside of your own house. Even when AIA was very quick. I think very quick to release the first remote signature.
Yes.
Even though there are not all cases yet, but few cases, it's like if only if you take the policy for yourself. At first I was a bit like, how come people sign when they did not know you? I was a bit,
How can people sign when they have not know you, they have not met you? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, I'm in a major trouble, and I keep having this inside my mind. But then slowly, it was very fast. And actually this generation that love this kind of cool, it was so cool.
Yeah.
It comes to your phone and then you just sign.
Yeah.
And then when I say you sign from your phone, wow, really? Oh, people. And then you make it sounded much more cooler than it is. Yeah. So cool, right?
So cool, is it? So just from your phone, you sign and you can have your life insurance policy purchased and incepted. How cool is that? Marcus, I know what you're talking about. You say in this generation, like all these things, right? Confirm. I also this generation.
Yeah.
We are the same generation, right? Yeah. So to our friends on the show with us right now, what you are listening and hearing is that AIA equips the life planners, the elite life planners, with the digital tools that allows you to continue to do your business prospecting, sales meeting, closing via digital virtual non-face-to-face. And your clients or prospects can just sign on the phone. Oh yeah, that's my family. Sign on the phone, and then they can get the policy incepted. That's brilliant and beautiful, right? So, I see the smiles on both of your faces, and I also can imagine that when pandemic hit, it must have hit, even now, it must have hit some of your former colleagues very badly. So Hanafi, you have anyone in your circle of engineering friends that you know are badly affected? Share with us one of the story.
Oh, of course. Actually, recently, in my team itself, we have recruited about 2 engineers from the oil and gas company, because both of them got retrenched in the company. Yeah, they got retrenched from the previous company, and the good thing, they don't have any background sales. Within 3 years within 3 months in this industry, yeah. Actually, he's qualified for Star Convention and also Rising Star Convention just within 3 months with no sales background.
Wow! So they were engineers, no sales background, never sold a single thing formally. They joined AIA, the company, and they joined AIA, and then within 3 months they qualified.
Yeah.
Wow, best. You see, that's why you need to join the right company, movie company, and the right director.
Who says engineer cannot do sales, right? So
who says engineer? Engineer can do sales. We have 2 top sales engineers over here. Yeah, they were former engineers. Balki, is any of your friends affected? We didn't go through this before, but I thought if you have any friends or any former colleagues who were affected by the pandemic, have your jobs career affected?
I don't know anyone of my friends that lost their job, because I think as far as I know from the group of friends that I have, even my client is alhamdulillah still don't have, but the thing that I notice is a lot of people when they start working at home, the depression level goes up.
The what level? The frustration level.
Depression level.
Depression level. Okay.
Yeah, I have like more than 8-7 friends that actually reach out to me, and they say, what is wrong? They say they were fine last time, but now they cannot cope with the job because of like working from home. And there are people who actually resign from their position because they cannot. I mean, this pandemic didn't just like get people lose their job from this, but then it's really heavy on people's mental health.
Correct. It is weighing heavily on not only the physical aspect, also the mental aspect. And of course, then many people are also concerned about the progression or the prospects of their career. Some people have financial concerns, especially if they were laid off or retrenched from the workplace. And being a life planner, there's also a portion of your income that comes from renewals, and that's like the passive income. So to all our friends on the show later, please ask the person who invited you here, how is their income not affected even with the MCO and the pandemic, okay? Yeah, so the income being not affected is an important thing, because in the past we said how to have future-proof our career, future-proof our job, but today we ask ourselves, how can our career be pandemic-proof? Yeah, in the past we never thought of pandemic-proof, but now we do. Now, we are speaking with Balkis and Hanafi, and they're here to share with you. Before they go in a couple of minutes, I want them to share a very important thing. That is, Hanafi and Balkis, we have our friends on the show who could be retrenched and they're looking for an opportunity, who could be currently in a job, but they are not happy or lack of progression or feel stagnant like you did, and they know that the pandemic has hit the career very badly and they want to do something else. Or they could be school leavers or graduating at a point where it's very difficult to graduate, not because you cannot graduate, but because the job market is weak. So to all this thinking of joining the AIA Elite Academy, they could be engineers, accountants, teachers, whatsoever right now. What words of encouragement and advice would you tell them? Let's the lady go first, Balkis.
In AIA Elite Academy?
Yes, for that means they are thinking of joining. What words of advice would you tell them?
My advice is actually this platform is like all-in-one platform. It have it all. First of all, this is the thing that I really love about AIA Elite Academy. First of all, we have people of same kind inside the academy. It's like, I have those days when I got rejected so hard, I don't even want to wake up. I don't want to get out of bed the next morning.
Yeah.
But then you have to force yourself. Last time it was every day, Like now it was like twice a week. Last time it was every day.
Every day you don't feel like going to work, right? Every day you don't feel like going to work. Last when you were engineer.
Yeah, last time of course. But then when you meet same-minded people, those who motivate you and those who you can share things, those people actually are the sources of strength. Like sometimes, other than your leader and your manager. And then they equip you with the right knowledge. I mean, insurance is very new to me. So when I come to this one, they already have the module. When you go to the right module, they really bring you from one step to another. How do you sell? And then at one point, when I follow those things and I do it well, people say, "Wow, she is engineer, she can sell." I didn't even know I was selling. I was like,
sharing, you were sharing, not selling.
Yeah, I was sharing. I don't really have that mindset of I was selling. I was say, "Oh, this is it," and then they sign, and then I was like, "Oh, this is really happened." After like 3 or 4 months, when people start, "Wow, you are good at selling." "Oh, she's good at selling." People will say it. I said, "Oh, so I've been selling." Those things actually called selling, because we don't have put that heavily inside our mindset. "Oh, I don't know how to sell, so how do I start?" Something is just changing your mind. You don't even have to know.
I like what you're saying. That means when you put yourself in the right environment, the environment influences you and you just transform into another better version of you without even knowing. And then before you know it, you have become somebody who is better, faster, more confident, better speaker in all forms. Then suddenly people don't recognize that, wow, hey, you are different. So you might not be selling actively, but the way you're doing it makes it sound like so convincing. And that's the importance of being a life planner. That means not only you want to sell, but you want to give the best solutions and the best advice, financial advice to your clients. Okay. So Balkis, you have come a good 2 years to this career to get where you are right now. You're now assistant unit manager. I'm sure you're going to groom more successful people within your team. Thanks, Balkis. Now, Hanafi. So to people who are looking at making more money and wanting to be entrepreneurs and wanting to join this career, what would you tell them?
I strongly believe that during this pandemic, a lot of industries, have affected because of the COVID. But I believe that not all the impacts are negative. As you can see that actually right now, because of the virus itself, it starts to raise the awareness on how important for us to have the protection. Because after realizing that the virus infected can be effective to everyone regardless of the financial background. Actually, there are, the awareness is there already. So I just want to share with you, actually, I got the statistic again from the LIAM, actually Life Institution Association of Malaysia, LIAM. Actually, the life insurance business has experienced a strong, growing in the business is about 44% from to 2.92 billion from 2.02 billion in the during the third quarter this year. Quarter of this year. You can see that actually the demand is there. So you don't have to worry on that, because I believe that the life insurance business, we just have the minimal impact. We are not affected at all. So don't have to worry on that.
Yeah, so this is an essential business, which means to say it is pandemic proof, it continues, and the statistics shows that because of the pandemic, more people are concerned about their financial planning, protection, health, and therefore there is a rise in the taking out of insurance and life insurance policies, okay? We have a question in the Q&A, and this question I think is very valid to be answered here, because we have people who are thinking of becoming a new life planner with Elite Academy in AIA. So when you first start, how do you succeed? Okay, so quick answer from Balkis and Hanafi. Hanafi first. When you first start, so let's say today I join, how can I get my clients? How do I succeed? Tell us, Hanafi, one good tip.
Okay, I think on the training part, you don't have to worry, because like for me, myself, I think in my agency itself, we already have the system with the support from the agency leader and also with the support from the AIA system. When both are combined, I think the system is already there. We just need to follow. So for example, like let's say you don't have any sales background, you don't have to worry, because we have the system how to track your prospect list, how you are going to progress next. So in order for you to close the sales. So for me, I don't have any sales background, seriously, but I managed to do. So you don't have to worry on that.
Okay, no sales background, but leverage on the expertise and the system of your agency and AIA, and then you can gain your mileage in terms of sales and production. Balkis, what about you? When you first started, what did you do that helped you get clients? Now you're thinking, 2 years ago, what did I do? 2 years ago, like very far, long, because every day you're so hardworking, right?
I think first of all, check your resources, understand the resources that you have, the group of people that you are linked to, you connected to, and if you are not, there are some people who, if you are working in like engineering, you don't really make a lot of friends, that kind of thing. You have that one. This is very common if you work like that kind of job. So I think you start with those people, those friends, resources, those friend networking is what start like that. And then when you understand the group of people that you're trying to approach or you're trying to sell
to,
you need to understand. You need to understand them, and then you need to adjust accordingly. What I mean is you cannot use one template for all. That didn't work that way. A lot of people really do like that. For example, this is very common in Malay, hibah. Hibah, I think. And then when I asked my friend, do you know what is hibah? A lot of people don't know hibah is an integrated with income protection, things like that. So there's a lot of way you can understand and you can touch, but you really need to adjust first. Don't just do like macam, what do you call that?
One
hit and die.
Yeah, don't just hit everybody with the same bullet. Not that kind, okay? You need to do your work professionally, do your financial planning comprehensively so that you help your clients very well, and then the words will spread, and then they will get a lot more referrals coming your way. Yeah? Yes. So you look at your resources that you have, and then you get ready to serve your clients very well. Yeah, Celine say yes, that's the way. Now, we are speaking with Hanafi and Balkis, and before we end the entire webinar, I'm going to do something different. We have never done this before, but I'm going to bring our keynote speaker here so that everyone can see 4 of us, okay? Now, Joshua here joining us here. Joshua, welcome again, Joshua, yay!
Hello, everyone. Hi. Wow, it's good to hear all the star speakers sharing. Very excited for you all as more people become stars of their own lives.
Yeah, so we didn't even rehearse this, and now I'm putting 4 of us on the show. So first, I want to say, Hanafi and Balkis, thanks for all the very authentic sharing. And it was your courage to do something different, to pursue your dreams and your vision that brought you to where you are today. And today, as an assistant unit manager, as a leader, I'm sure you're going to recruit and groom more successful people. So we thank you for your sharing. Give you a round of applause first. Now, in a moment, when we end the webinar, the more important thing is also for all of you to go to your leaders, the person who invited you here, ask all the questions and let him or her show you the way together with AIA, how you can succeed in your career, okay? So leaders, get ready to contact your guests as soon as we end this webinar. But before we go, I also want to remind you of the important pointers that Coach Joshua Liu mentioned earlier. Okay, the 3 pointers. Okay, Coach Liu, I'll let you say yourself the 3 pointers, right? Joshua.
So you have to stop supporting, start staring, make a decision right now. Number 2, talk to the person who invited you here because they're the right director for you, because they know best. And number 3, find the right production company. In this case, find AIA.
Yes, find AIA, Elite Academy. Thanks, Coach Liu. Yay. And whoa. Okay, so it's now coming to 9:15, and we'd like to thank you for joining us on this AIA Elite Academy Business Opportunity Program, or the Career Seminar. They help you to understand more about the career and how AIA can help you to go higher and further in your dreams and your career. Now, this is Jensen. On behalf of AIA, we look forward to seeing you join the AIA family, and we're wishing you to stay safe, stay well, stay happy, and we want to see you in AIA very soon. Good night. Take care, leaders. Over to you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Siaw.
Once again, thank you, Hanafi. Thanks, Balkis. Thank you, Wan Ping. We have a lot of friends saying thank you to us. You can see the chat board. So, to all our guests, this is the time you can give your leaders a call. The person who invited you here, head over to another webinar or another virtual meeting, have a chat with them. Leaders, this is the time where you touch base with your guests this evening, answer all their questions, and we hand them over to you. Thank you. Good one, Hanafi, says the chat board. Such a motivational speech we have in the chat board.